course, we should always cherish our own. The Ghana Premier League is back again, and of course, we are also back again on your screen. It's match day 11 of the Ghana Premier League. Yesterday, some games were played at the Nana Kunamansa Park in Suratman FC against the Junior Stars, ended in a 1-1 draw. And also, the Battle of the Lions ended in a goalless draw. Accra Lions against Heart of Lions. That is what I'm talking about. My name is Vincent Fogo. I am here together with Osman Haruna, and this is the pre-match discussion of Karela United against Hearts of Oak. Hearts of Oak have traveled from the nation's capital to the northern region. Of course, Aliu Mama Sports Stadium, Karela United, playing at home this afternoon. What will be the results of this game? Will Hearts of Oak continue their good form to get the 3 maximum points over Karela United, or Karela United will spoil how Hearts of Oak is now resurging moving forward? You can send us your WhatsApp messages on 0591228584 to 8584. If you are a Phobia fan, how do you see this game? If you are a fan of Karela United, are you taking the 3 points? Osman is here with me. We will do the analysis of the game. We also go on the line and speak with Shaban Mohammed, GV statistician, to give us an insight of the match day 11. And also the local players that are being called to the Black Stars recently. You know, this is Premier League. Memo Kwaba, Mepacho, it has a folk and Karela United. And now I mean, because Karela United and has a folk. And I'm saying Karela and able for game. Nobody heard live or Globe TV. So now a whole discussion any day, bro. For messages, bra 0591228584. Oh, WhatsApp. Now you can come on. Juma de bet power. Intercity STC coaches and affairs, NASCO Electronics at Daroma, and Jeffers Misha and P Caps at Daroma. One of them I say, ma a day a pretty much discussion, bro. Osman Oha, Mammy Conin Chain, na in Incomo. Yami Admochna, Women's Premier League game or live on Globe TV. Make a wasem, Bibrina, Acho. Osman Aquaba.
Major Sura,
I just say,
Yami Adam now in way.
Yanko Pound of Men's Been Way Bar.
And nobody else.
And now watch day 11, I shall see, of course, it's Suratman FC.
Yeah.
And Junior Stars, about 1-1. I feel the Battle of the Lions, and so go on. Now, and they fixtures I would wear a Kumasi Sante Kotoko, any Nations FC, I will link Sports Stadium. Become Chelsea, and so any Bichim United, Karela United, ni has a folk, and a Yababi Amonia Biashe. Now, Legon Cities Nibasake Holy Stars, and watch Mediama, and it be Go Stars. This is the game of the week. Mediama and a Bibiani Go Stars. Summertex ni Young Apostles and so Everball, and after Vision FC and Dreams FC and Airball. Osman
Vincent,
any kind of Henra in Suratman FC and a Adriana Stars game no Equity Penco. No, I can watch me breeze snappy and after the Battle of the Lions no set go ambamuno. Now in from room and the gaming.
Medasina, Yentia Ghana for an area. Anra 2 games about so. Oche Mamisha say for the Battle of Lions no so na esa say Accra Lions for no omo entna ho biem oche games ahodo no mabọ proud to say game on born and run na enya de no makoyi mo nti no na me hu no say o man nya de kra bia mo west ebetimi aye draw I was arguing, of course, by Emma Ultimate say, or more crocromua, or more coincide go, and almost a month me and she go into a plasma, but I'm more making sure say going forward, no, Vincent, I'm more a bit my monoma, send a bay on bit my winning games, maybe, and on bit me a form to my party fra. And Heart of Lions before I game no, now my winning 3 games on Bonina before some committee, a club of friends, Accra Lions, and Ra. And to me, only send us our phone, what do you call? And I never quite a bomb this necessary last 3 games near say, not on my way performance near Kama. And to me, who say, come wait me, I could drink, but Okakuberti will be on no man quay mana, I bring beer on vacations or bear no may, or I brought be all born in this game to know, and I'm a Manacoba say beer, or be to me and she goes our game. But game on a game back, not a very tough because Nyadiana bet now, Jose, you've been losing from our region in Montanity. And Burundi been so echo so and so try take lead no na ke hwe nim sen commit me kwekkrema but amane sama aduana for ultimate kano ni nyina e buy our first half so we ni hwe nim sen ka second half no ka team bet my no mayi na nka betimi pejana na attackers ni mu performance no na o matimi attack so adi nkuni mo second half but amane sa am ekrekrekrekre mu second half no etimi ya nya goal second half ma no timi ewi 1-1 na ntimi hu ni say nso atra for no omun lusu e wo fie this season and o makura sa record num so omun lusu fie this season and adena for no so ade ba ko ye hu omun so mokwa we na omuntan lose because you some board draw against House of Folk 2-2 omusa akawe could echo board draws ni binti hu say omo ba omo ko bi fear omo best some board draw there ba fi and ade e ba nra e ma sa game no and e 1-1 sa game but nra no once na bunu debi bia so ye ade amu wo hye tim hu say bia nra obi a bon modern dey but sana football and football to da betime di nkunim obelusu ana be draw nti nra draw ne ba ye nti obi a 1-1 point ya obi a dey Kofi Vincent.
All right, nti an overview of nra game and as a game say to Jana Osman e dey amayin ne say na Osman me di nkan sisi so no Kerala United dey has a folk eno any yem feature game and as a game and e ba be ye Kotoko ni Nations FC Become Chelsea and it became United. Osman, fixtures in the Yensha here with the Kotoko Nations FC. Majority ehunu say mediuma and it be any goal stars and the big game of the week. But Kotoko Nations FC and you match it to Osman.
Yeah, me name Sabat. Me kwano. Me hunu say the be any goal stars na mediuma game no. And a game of the week at the Mami.
Okay.
Sanity. And Vincent, who share Kotoko against Nations FC? Nations for no form. Kotoko last 3 games mabono. Enya da no akoya mom and the last 4 Kotoko ni nkunim o game bia mu enti no wo kira wo se o hwe game wedin a se ye ka team o form a Nations FC but Kotoko so character bia Vincent kofoma do some stage bia omutumi pija omo ho basoro and ebe wonwa ebe den se Kotoko be 4 games a omo mo draw omuntimi enni nkunim na akako repeat no ho be 2010 records wa de anade to Kotoko no sa bia ebe kwa na enya ade a wo se Kotoko team no etena ho na omudu sa record amo omakasa sa record amo yeto ho 2010 no enya ade betuma bo because 3 games mo draw untimi nwini bi enya ade papa for Asante Kotoko Boboko no and play against Nations FC almost Vincent omo form now omo games omo abo omo kwa away this is no team we kwa away no money mo konkan a mefa Nations FC essence even last season na yamo first season first time of Ghana Premier League no Vincent season na ba na we no now my win just 4 away matches but this season about 10 omo nya 3 away wins and no chira was Nations for no and no me koyi mo and the surprise ni say Nations last 3 wa win nyina Kotoko last 3 we lose nyina enti team ono ana win last 3 ekwa ko ba team ono so a lose in the last 3 enti no team say emba dey pa and the last time we meet here Vincent in sensem be na yeden and a PM was a game because omo share na first time we meet here Vincent na Sunday say na Sunday ya na 24th October 2023 out team say enche na Africa cry na Africa mu and 2-2 na sa game ko fans sensem be na e dey buy Emma ultim say wie kwa na nkunya kura ya no abrankes na fans TV tutu nkunya no bebre na enya ne ho asam na ye kan na but they see wo mu no bi na etwa ho de ya dance na and you say sa game no abrante fans Andrew team anu share ongo player odi kan 80 goals na no emma omo share ongo de mandation safety Boboko no and Diarra make ni 2 emma omo and Vincent game no ekwa ni 2-2 Kotoko for someone tia so 90+2 Nations for nya penalty aidai ateka na mana 2-2 and TV e fans say be na buy ama Nations for ka say even kwa no no be a course we give mu an na nko betime adi nkunim but no be na nko ya mo o ntino o meko for revenge no ma hwese o betime akwate o mo ho say 2-2 no mo nyintum and of course second leg no mo call babayara ekwo se Kotoko 1-0 out mi say eno so no eno ya ade a mo kire sampa ye ya den yate ho player Obahas and no man shall farm money as some free boating. Only yes, I want good demand Nations of Calabono. And no records are down mummy and too much of Abono. Nations are running back on and I feel back on I drawn to Kotoko. Enya win over club offense in Nations FC. But a bad day by one say team be back Ashanti region. No one Kotoko bet me a ball league. No more Kobe 4 matches. And I tell you, Nakotokonia, then Kotokonia in the Sunkunim, a bad bay and will be brain to know. And you know, you better be busy or game in him, but may try him to Kotoko bet me I and this record on the record of Yamono or meet me I and in the day. But you better say bear win. And I say be a bear draw. Nations for Porto Casabe don't match the whole. As I say, a more dependable defender, Razak Simpson, Ghana have for now, dear. fa Ghana nyina so far defenders mo si account in league mo national team a ono obi a or form ye kese pa and see or wo free or national duties with team say ebe big poto e amount but Abrante ba kono so ejina kotoko mfimfi ono so chinchim no ba homo no Abrante fan said Emmanuel Antwi yes ono so ayeden ono so adwan national team ntimi wonu say obi a lose the player there but team wa wanya poto kese ebe nation service bobo cool because since you natural Vincent ya na but me hwe obi a ene ore fan say Kasim be partner no with Abrante fence or Sekufo and Kojama Nkwa me hwe obi a be partner because 3 back no table me hwe obi on be say finfin ene day na ya hwe se na obesi akọ and be sanya no da bono de bibiem se men kana bono afo de bia because bechim no I don't say bechim no half ho bechim half yes but oba football dia egusi e bono half de bi na eba so Brekum Chelsea against Bechim United and Vincent o hwe omunyina around so mode emaye
before say obi rom Brekum Chelsea ni Bechim United no ma yenko park no so yenko field no so na yenfa Robert na pretty much discussion no emra na say pretty much interviews
back in the two teams Karela United with a very good home record when they are playing against Hearts of Oak and also of late the last 3 games Hearts of Oak have played in a week they also do very very well. They've had 7 points out of 3 games, the last 3 away games. Let's see how this game is going to be. Coach Jimmy Kobler will be joining, and also the coach Abubakar Watara will also join us after that for us to talk a bit about this game. It's always interesting. You can feel how the fans are getting ready, jeering towards the encounter, and how everything is going. Coach Jimmy Kobler spoke yesterday and said he beat Hearts of Oak when he was at Wow Stars. So let's see if this game is going to be a different one or it's your time at Wow Stars. You beat Hearts of Oak with that team. And looking at the strength of this Karela United team, is it possible to do it this afternoon?
Well, it's possible. It depends on the boys. They have to determine. As for me, I was telling one journalist that beating across of folk is not a problem, but it will allow the boys. But we have sacked them, we have motivated them, and we believe that it shall be well.
Coach, the past few games haven't been that rosy, and playing against Accra Hearts of Oak at home, it's always good to play at home, no matter the team that you are playing against. Do you see that this could be a turnaround for you?
You said it right. I think we're having problem with scoring. The other day against Nations here, we beat the goalkeeper. We just have the net. Still, we couldn't score. But we've been working and praying about it. And we believe that, as you said, the second round is going to happen today.
History is on your side very much. Karela have never lost at home to Hearts of Oak. Is that a source of a motivation or it brings some kind of pressure on you to deliver?
No, I mean, half of pressure is always there with this game. With this game, football pressure is always there. But as you said, we want to make sure that once we have been beating them with Karela, we will beat them again. And once Coach Jimmy has been beating them, he will beat them again.
Thank you very much, Coach. We wish you all the best. So, Coach Jimmy Kobler, he said once they have been beating them as a team, and also he's been beating them as a coach, he will try as much as he can to be able to beat them today too. That was the head coach of Karela United, Coach Jimmy Kobler. Let's hear from the head coach of Accra Hearts of Oak, Coach Abubakar Watara, the tactician of late. He's been able to turn things around and everything seems to be going quite well. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Coach, the last 3 away games of Accra Hearts of Oak has been very, very good. 7 points out of 9. This is another away game. Do you think it's going to be different or you are going to follow that same process that you've been doing in the past 3?
Every match you have is logic. Today is another match. We don't think about the past matches. We are thinking about the today match because we have Karela who have a good side and a strong team. We came to do our best. Now we can account the past matches. We are thinking about the today match because Karela is Karela. Another team to see is another team. So this is the real things in the football.
Coach, this particular venue is a very difficult venue. The last time House of Folk won was way back in 2013. You don't really get history that much. Does it have a part to play in the game? And if it does, how have you been able to talk to the players, psych them, all that aside and that?
But it's not the same players. It's another generation. And secondly, every time I say I'm not a professor of history, I don't want to thinking about the past things. But today we are come to play as a folk. I play against Karela, and the venue is Alu Maman Stadium, and I think I can get chance because Alu Mama he married one of my auntie, the Igala daughter. Donc, I think maybe he can give me the chance to win that cup. They did this game. That's why I tell you there is a game. The game is game. Karela have good side, but also folk also. The two teams are ready to play. I think we can get a good game today.
Coach, in terms of goal scoring, the away games this time is very, very good. You've been scoring goals when you visit away games. The one that you feel against Dreams FC here in Tamale, should we expect goals from Hearts this afternoon?
No, it's also folk. Every match we expect the goals. If it come, we take it. If it didn't come, we are thinking to go and make the hard work to get the chances to score. Every team, every coach need the goals. You can't set in the goal for the particular match. The match is the match. Every time we need the goals. The important things in the football is the goals. Donc, we need it.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, my brother.
Wish you all the best. Oh, Coach Abubakar Ouattara, he's saying history is history. He doesn't believe in the fact that House of Folk struggled to win in Tamale. And the last time they did that was in 2013 when the likes of Gilbert Magnon and also Mahatma Otu.
Well, so that was Robert with the coaches of the teams, to the Jimmy Cobbler for Karela United, and of course Abubakar Ouattara for Hearts of Folk. So what will be the scoreline? 0591228584. That is the WhatsApp message line. Kindly give us your predictions about this game and also the other games at the other centers. Kotoko against Nations FC, Bekum Chelsea against Bichim United, and of course we have Legon Cities against Basake Holy Stars. Mediama SC will be playing against Bibiani Gold Stars. Samatex will be playing against Young Apostles, Vision FC, Dreams FC. That these are the fixtures and the games at other centers. Also, not Woka Kotoko game, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Bekum Chelsea, yeah.
And listen, we play Bekum Chelsea team now. Almost this season, we are on the team now. We now in terms of points now. We have 14 wins with the same 14 points. But one wins are MQE from my club. If say Bekum Chelsea, and they are there because so far I'm not the model because we had the last first one we winning game. We say that say after some say. Karela for Kabako went to Yanton. Listen, at was so many Kotoko about 1-1 fee and Omotna Fish, Young Apostle 1-0. And as that was when I'm Munya winner, got me say almost a Legon City 3-1 fee. And listen to if you know, win Yadia win a quadam 3 games on Mabono and Yadia went to me a foreign and 3 games no, a mut 2 a fee, a Baku fee, I went to me M for victory against Basaka Holy Stars. I am no ban and Yentino. Kwamana Sobrana.
Okay. Mamika Humanaso, I am to speak with Shaban Mohammed when it comes to our local league, when it comes to the FA Cup, when it comes to everything in totality about Ghana football. Shaban Mohammed is somebody with an in-depth knowledge about that. Match day 11 started yesterday in Swatoman FC against Aduana Stars, Accra Lions against Hearts of Lions, and today we have some matches to be played. Karela United, Hearts of Folk will be live on Globe TV. Shaban, good afternoon and welcome to the show this afternoon.
Vincent, good afternoon.
Well, how are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm also doing well. Thank you very much for always joining us with stats and everything history on the game. Let's start with what was played yesterday. Ensrateman FC against Vienna Stars. The Battle of the Lions ended in the goalless draw. And also some fixtures this afternoon. Hearts of Oak against Kerala United. This afternoon will be live on Globe TV. Let's look at the match day 11 fixtures and how it went yesterday and how it will go this afternoon.
Well, let me start with yesterday's fixtures, and let me start with the Bono Derby. That was Ensrateman hosting the Diana FC. Now, if you look at the Ensrateman team, they won 4 consecutive. They've lost 2 and turned 2 at home. Against Gpl United at home, it ended 2-2. Then yesterday against the Diana FC. Then you look at their performance away. Their last away fixture was against Nations FC. They lost 3-0. So they are beginning to find challenges at their back. And I'm not saying that Ensrateman have not been to this situation before. If you remember last season, under Maxwell Kunedo, at a point in time, they lost to Karela. Then later on, they lost to Hearts of Oak. At a point, also, they went 2 consecutive home games without a win. But under Yao, when the team started at home, they were doing well. They were winning all their matches. Along the line, they have started drawing fixtures at home. The difficult aspect of their performance this season is that they are not winning away fixtures. And so if you are a side who is not winning away fixtures, then now you have to rely on your own performance. And for me, I feel Ensrateman are disappointing, especially for what we saw in the CAF Confederations Cup. We saw Abdurrahman Mohamed, their striker, Stephen Dior, and then Balak, who's seen the performance of Osebo to Eric. And so I feel Coach Yao would have a lot of work to do to get these players back on winning for them. For Diana FC, they've drawn 3, they've lost 1 and 1. That is not an impressive record. Diana, we know, are a strong side at home. Then in away fixtures, they managed to pull some draws. Yes, yesterday they managed a draw performance, but we've not seen the Diana we know. But I have always insisted that the passing of Diana has changed. That is, at first, they will sign the big players, but now Diana would prefer to go for a young chap, give the player opportunity, and then make sure that the player gets the market value. And that is what they are doing in recent times. And so you will see a total transformation of the team. So with that, I'm not surprised. But in terms of performance, the Diana we know from 2009, who won the Premier League in their debut season, is not doing that for us. Now, moving on to Accra Lions and Heart of Lions, that was a decent result. A decent result because Accra Lions, to the extent that they lost to Kerala United at home this season, and not conceding 1. They conceded 2 against Kerala United. A struggling Kerala United who have recorded just 2 victories after match day 10. And so it tells you how weak the Accra Lions team is this season in the first round. I am using the first round because last season in the first round, they were the team with the most goals conceded. Then in the second round, they became very strong at attack to the extent that they finished second place and their best ever performance in the league since making their debut in 2021. And so this season, we are not seeing the best of Accra Lions in the first round. And for Heart of Lions, they have won 18 matches, losing just 1. And they lost to Kerala United at Ali Muhammad Stadium this season. So both sides have lost to Kerala United, but one losing to Kerala at home, one losing to Kerala in an away fixture. That shows the strength of Heart of Lions. And for me, Heart of Lions is one of the strong side away team this season. You can pick it from their performance against Mediama Sporting Club at the TNA Stadium, where they managed 0-0 draw. You can also pick it up from yesterday's performance versus Accra Lions and their win against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So when you do those analysis, you can pick it up from that angle and say Heart of Lions is a strong side in away fixture. However, they are not winning their away fixtures. Apart from their win against Kotoko in away, they are yet to record a victory, even though they are doing or getting some decent results in their away fixtures. Now, we have a strong fixture today. And let me start with our match day. That is Kerala versus Hearts of Oak. Karela United have not performed well this season. In fact, on record, this is their worst ever start in the league. Now, their worst ever start in the league in a extent that at home they have recorded 1 victory. And so when you pick it from that angle, then it means that they are a side that can also lose a game at home, because they've lost to Nations FC, and that was their previous home fixture. That was their last home fixture. They lost to Nations FC. Now, this has been their performance at home. They lost to Kotoko 1-0. They drew against Accra Lions, who I have tagged as one of the weakest sides in the first round. They drew against Samatex, who are not the best away side per record. They lost to Heart of Lions, and they won against Heart of Lions, and they lost to Nations FC. So in 5 home matches after match day 10, Karela have won 1. That is against Heart of Lions. They've lost 2 against Kotoko and Nations FC, and they've drawn 2 against Accra Lions and Samatex. This is one of their worst performance at home in the league after moving to Tamale last season. Now, they are playing against an opponent who have found strength in away performance, and that is how to face last 3 away performance. They won 2-1 against Young Apostles, drew goalless against 2-0. And so, per statistics, Hearts of Oak are able to score 2 away results. Now, if you pick their last 3 away performance, Hearts have scored 4 and conceded 1. And it is a decent result, especially a team that is gradually picking up in terms of performance. Now, when we look at Hearts of Oak Karela in terms of statistics, Hearts is ahead of Karela. But then when we pick the history of the 2 teams, that is where Karela United would have an upper edge over Hearts of Oak. Since Karela United made their debut in the Premier League, they are yet to record a loss against Hearts of Oak at home. From Eminase straight to Tamale, it has always been difficult for Hearts of Oak. 1-1 in 2020-21, they won 1-0 against Hearts. They beat Hearts of Oak 3-1 in 2022-23 and 1-1 again. So statistics say that Hearts of Oak in their last 4 games against Karela in an away fixture have scored 2, and Karela have always scored a goal against Hearts of Oak at home. And so if statistics is to go by, it means Karela will get a goal, and if Hearts of Oak is a strong side at away, then Hearts of Oak will get a goal. So the winner would have to score +1, which will be an interesting result today. So it's likely to be 1-1, 2-1 based on the history. But in terms of performance, Hearts of Oak is ahead of them. The last thing on this game, you know that ever since Hamza Issa made his debut for Hearts of Oak last season, he has always scored against Karela. Last season at Tamale, he scored a goal, ended 1-1. Then at Accra Sports Stadium, it ended 3-1 for Hearts of Oak. Hamza scored 2. So in 2 matches against Karela, he has scored 3. A tough game, pressure on Coach Gmt Skobler. But for Abubakar Ouattara, I think now the pressure is a bit okay. And that is where it makes it very strong and difficult for Karela United to beat Hearts of Oak this afternoon.
Well,
now,
let's look at something small on Hearts of Oak and Karela's game. Talking about Hearts of Oak's form of late, which is something very good for the Phobians. There is this thing we call confidence when it comes to getting the 3 maximum points, and also even if a striker is not finding the net and at one game he scores, there is this confidence that comes to the striker for him to score in the next match day. Now, Hearts of Oak picking maximum victories consecutively. Will that give Hearts of Oak that confidence to override on Karela United?
Yes. Listen, I observed something. Watch Hearts of Oak Vision FC. You would see that Hearts of Oak players have built the confidence to the extent that at a point when the camera was shown on the players on the bench, they were showing 2 goals each. As the players on the bench were giving indication of they're going to score 2. That is the mentality they have. The second mentality I have observed in the House of Folk team, immediately after the first half break, all the players left the pitch in about 1 minute. That is also another discipline I also observed. Then number 3, I observed that House of Folk, whenever they lose the ball, fight back to get the ball in about 30 seconds. About 3 key things I've mentioned. That is what a team needs. Now, listen, let me tell you. If you do the analysis well, Karela is not performing. House of Folk is performing. If House beats Karela, their next fixture is against Nsokeman. Nsokeman have not won an away game this season. They have never beaten House of Folk in the league. So psychologically, House of Folk could have the upper edge in that game. That is 6 points. And then their next fixture will be against Kotoko. So mentally, they feel that if they're able to pick these 6 points, it will have an impact on the league log. Especially when Gold Stars are playing Mediama today. There's a possibility that Gold Stars will drop a point against Mediama at the TNA. And when that happens and Hearts win today and win their next fixture, the possibility of them going to first place or second place will be high. And that is another extra motivation the players are having. And I'm not surprised they are putting up some good performance in the league.
All right. Before we move on from House of Folk against Karela, or even Karela against House of Folk, there is this picture that has been circulating. The fans are getting the victories from House of Folk, and they are happy. And there is this picture that is circulating, a picture of former House of Folk's coach, who is now late, Cecil Jones Atukwefiu, and current House of Folk's coach, that is Obaka Watara. That looks similar. The comparison has started. Is it too early? Because this was the same coach that the fans were bashing when the results were not coming.
It's too early to do the comparison and then compare Abubakar Watara and Sir. I feel Sir has done enough. I feel it is just a motivation for the coach to do something. You know, sometimes you need to inspire the coach and tell him why you feel he can do something good for House of Folk. I feel it is early days yet, but psychologically, we are telling the coach that somebody have achieved more, won the CAF Champions League, won the league, and made House of Folk one of the big teams in Africa. So you can also do same. So psychologically, it's positive, but in terms of comparison, for me, listen, I feel it's early days yet.
All right, let's look at other fixtures. Kumasi Asante Kotoko against Nations FC. The two teams will be missing 2 key players. Let's look at this fixture and other ones.
Yes, listen, quick one. Let me start with the 2 players that will be missing the fixture. Then we look at the statistical aspect of the game. You know, Kotoko are missing Yiman Inchum. That is a key aspect of it. That is the challenging aspect of it. Yiman Inchum, irrespective of the performance he put up in the game, is the creative player in the Kotoko team. And so I'm looking at how Kotoko will go into the game without their creative player, Emmanuel Inju. That would be a big blow. Now, you look at Nations FC, they are going into the game without Razak Simpson. But, you know, they signed a lot of defenders. So if you look at the squad, they have Oko Grigman. Oko Grigman is back in the team. So Oko, Kojama Nkwa from the left side, Dimanobuain from the right side, and then someone that's for partnering Oko. So with the 4 back, I think the partnership is perfect. Now, you go to the game. You know, listen, this is the second time Kotoko is hosting Nations FC, and I've gone 3 games without a win. In fact, I've lost their 3 consecutive games. Okay. Last season, when Kotoko were about to host Nations FC at home, they lost 3 consecutive games. Last season, when Nations FC were about to go and play Kotoko at the Baba Era Sports Stadium or Kotoko's home, Nations FC won their previous encounter 3-0. This time, Nations FC have also won their previous encounter 3-0 against Nsokeman. And then, when they were going to play Kotoko in an away fixture, when they won 3-0 in their previous encounter, they had one player scoring 2 goals, Asamo Bwatli. This time, they have Kafai Sachawite scoring goals against Nsokeman. And he was the player, Asamo Bwatli last season, after scoring a goal in their 3-0 win, was the same player who had the winning goal against Kotoko. That is Asamo Bwatli. And this time, there's a player who has scored goals and he's also starting the game against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Then in 2 consecutive games played in the league, let's not forget that in the FA Cup, Kotoko beat Nations FC at the Barbara Sports Stadium. But in the league, Nations have picked 4 points in the possible 6 against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Home 2-2, away 1-0, and made it 4 consecutive defeats for Kotoko last season from match day 20 to match day 23. And this time, Kotoko are winless in 3 consecutive games. They have lost all. In fact, when you want to expand it, in 4 matches, Kotoko have picked 1 point in a possible 12. That is a bad record. Now, going into a game, it makes it so difficult because Kotoko will be chasing a victory in 4 consecutive matches. But for Nations FC, interestingly, Vincent, Nations FC are unbeaten in 3 consecutive matches. And Nations FC last away fixture was a win for them against Kerala United at the Ali Muhammad Stadium, where they won by a goal to nil. In their last 3 matches, Nations FC have scored 7 goals and are yet to concede a goal. And for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, in their last 3 matches, they've conceded in each of the games. And so, can Kotoko keep a clean sheet today? Question number 1. And can Kotoko score today? Question number 2. In the absence of Emmanuel Enchi, who picks up the creativity role to get the ball to the strikers to get the goal for Kumasi Asante Kotoko? That is a huge question. But on the day, statistics means that the game is a difficult one.
Well, a difficult one. What about Mediama SC against Bibiani Gold Stars, which has been touted as the match of the week?
Yes, a match of the week, because Gold Stars are unbeaten in 5 consecutive away fixtures. In general, they are the only side who are yet to take a defeat in the league. Now, Vincent, it is so interesting to note that Gold Stars have drawn against Heart of Lions in Pando. Gold Stars have beaten Heart of Oak in Accra. Gold Stars have drawn against Samatex in Samaboy. So statistically, Gold Stars is a strong away side based on performance, and that is the dangerous aspect of it. Now, what makes it more difficult is that Mediama, who have moved from the Takwa from our compact to the new TNA stadium, have only scored 2 goals. In 5 matches, they've scored 2 goals at home. And they've won 2 matches, they've won 2 games, and they've lost 1. And that's the defeat against Hartlepool. So it is not an impressive record. And if you go back to the wins Gold Stars have recorded in their away fixtures, you can even tell that those opponents at home are very strong side, especially Samatex. And so their game against Samatex have only dropped 1 point, 1 defeat against Nations FC since last season. And so they are drawn against Samatex. Samatex were unbeaten after tasting defeat to Nations FC last season, match day 19. But they managed to get a draw there. They managed to get a draw against Nations FC at the Blanketi Stadium. Nations FC, who are a very strong side this season, they are second place with 19 points. So Mediama have got a lot of work to do. Mediama are winning in 3 consecutive matches, drawing 2-2 to Mediama FC after taking 2 goals lead at the National Bedu Park, losing to Heart of Oak 2-0 and losing to Dreams FC 1-0. In 3 games, Mediama have conceded 5 goals, and they are winless in 3 consecutive matches, losing 2, drawing 1. So it is a must win for Mediama. And for Gold Stars, they've shown consistency in away performance. And for me, it's a 50-50 game. Gold Stars can go there and cause a surprise, and Mediama can also change their fortunes based on their history in the Premier League at home. But based on current statistics, there's no way Mediama will beat a Gold Stars. But everything is possible based on Mediama's performance, usually at home when they cause a surprise in terms of performance.
Well, let's look at Brekum Chelsea against Bechem United and other fixtures like Samatex against Young Apostles, Vision FC playing against Dreams FC. I always ask you this question. The newly promoted side, it looks like their performance at the start of the league is not that up to standard.
Oh, that has been normal. It is normal. You know, if you think the history of the newly promoted side, you clearly see that when you when you come in as a debutant or a newly promoted side, you will not get the best of performance. And clubs are now focused on bringing up some young players. If you go back to 2021, Gold Stars struggled away. In fact, in 2021, Gold Stars won one away game as a debutant. In 2021, RTU struggled in the league. And then Accra Lions, who also made their debut in 2021, at a point in time under Winner Craft, they sacked their coach Winner Craft and they brought in Tanko Ibrahim. So it is normal, newly promoted side. Last 2 seasons, Tamale City were relegated, Kutuku Royals were relegated, in Swataman and Samatex State. Even with Samatex, until match day 8, before they recorded their first win as a debutant in the league. In Swataman went all the way the entire season, winning just one, picking 2 away points. And that was a difficult one for them. Then last season, Heart of Lions, until their last game, they were almost relegated. So in terms of performance, debutants, newly promoted sides will not give you the best because the league is so competitive. I always maintain my stand. The Premier League is very competitive until you get closer. You will think that you can just use any of the players to play. Check the history. The newly promoted sides will come in with their Division 1 players, and then in the second transfer window, you define experienced players. Why did they do that? They do that because the standard is so high, and so you cannot use only a Division 1 player to play. So for me, it is normal. Now, let me quickly tackle the result. Vision Dreams FC is a tough game. Vision FC are winners in 5 matches. Dreams FC have won 1 game in 10 games. It will be difficult. For me, I think Vision FC have got the upper edge, but they are also drawing at me as Gpl to the second. I feel they have to up their game if they want to win anything. Lagos City's Basket only start. Basket after their win against House of Folk are not performing away fixtures. And Lagos City's in their last 2 home games have recorded victory. And so they will have the upper edge over their opponents. Then Bekum Chelsea Bechem are picking up gradually. August Loka is picking up his feet. We saw their performance against Kotoko. But then usually it is difficult. It is different playing House and Kotoko, and it's also different playing the likes of Bekum Chelsea and Joanna. I feel Bekum Chelsea will get the upper edge. Some of those side are very good at home, and they will have the upper edge in the game. Samatex Young Apostles is a straight win for FC Samatex based on their history and performance at home.
All right, a quick one. I know we will get time to talk about this on Monday, but let me chip in this, a quick one. We have Razak Simpson of Nation FC making a case for local players in the Black Stars. Of course, Kamaradini Wamudu have been called. Ebenezer Aban of Heart of Lions also have been called. Is this showing that our league is moving in the right direction, as I asked you last week?
Yes, it is a good direction, and I'm so happy. And you know what is also going to add up to our league this year? It is going to make the players feel like, look, you improve, you get the call up. Okay. So let me put in a lot of performance. And I'm telling you, now that most of our games are on TV, everybody is watching. And so you put in good performance, the technical team are observing, come and play. For instance, today, Ebenezer Aban was received the call up to be part of the Black Stars. Last season, he made his debut for Heart of Lions in the Premier League. He scored 13 goals as a centre-back, scoring 9 from the sports kick, becoming the centre-back with the most goals scored in a single season since 2020. That is an impressive record by a player. And I'm not surprised he has earned a call-up. Isaac Afu, Samatex, I'm not surprised. Consistent left back, acting over Emmanuel Dision, the captain of Samatex. Consistency from Sky FC. Then we talk about Kamara Dini Mahmoud. I can tell you, he is the defender with the most goals scored this season in the Premier League, scoring 2 in an away games, not at home. Kamara is scoring in away as a right back. So clearly, he has shown consistency in his performance. Then for Razak Simpson, I don't know how to describe him. From last season, he has played for a series matches for Nation FC. He has won a total of 8 NASCO Player of the Match awards. He was the player with the most NASCO Player of the Match awards in the last season's Premier League, winning a total of 7. So that is an impressive record. Look, listen, I feel that there will be more opportunities for our players. They just have to put up a good display in the league, and the technical team of the Black Stars are observant.
All right, thank you very much, Shaban Mohammed, for speaking with us this afternoon.
I'm much grateful, Vincent.
All right, so we just spoke to the GFA statistician, Shaban Mohammed. He has given us a clear and vivid explanation and in-depth analysis of the match of the 11, and also a quick one on the call-ups for the local players. In about no time, we will join the feed for the game. Kerala United against Hasselhoff. What are your predictions? 0591228584. Osman, yeah, didn't come over.
Yeah,
in fact, Shaban, I'm my own.
What's it to know? Come
on. Now, you might get feed no and check, but messages kakra. Abawaha and quickly no mami any and na good afternoon Globe TV, is your boy Young Tikwa from Bibiani. I wish my darling club Bibiani goes as best of luck. Yanko, me and Johnny Feed no for Kerala United against the Phobia boys a bar. Making kind messages no.
Tamale, Kerala United yet to lose at home to Accra Hasselhoff are high in confidence and hearts perhaps to break new grounds. They have never lost a game on the 17th of November in their entire history. The last 3 games for them have been very good, 7 points out of 9. The Rainbow guys are also full of confidence. This is the match day 11 of the 2024-2025 season. Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium is the venue for attraction. 22 men will take the charge on the pitch as referee Maxwell Owusu will be in the middle of affairs, assisted by Asante Isaac and Mohamed Tijani. The starting men for the home team, Kerala United. Nashiru Abdul Karim is the goalkeeper. Omar Farouk captains the team this afternoon. Mohamed Abubakar, Awudu Mohamed, Eric Biafetakwa, and also Faisal Gariba, Abdul Latif, Jibril Nuruddin, Abdul Rahman Yaya, Mohamed Asigri Suleiman, and also Mohamed Hadi. The coach is Coach Jimmy James Kobler. These are the 11 men beginning the game for the home team. On the part of Accra Hasselhoff, we have Benjamin Asari in post, Theophilus Collison, Kelvin Osei Asibe is back into the lineup after missing their last game. We have Samuel Amofa, Hamza Isa, who loves scoring against Kerala United, Sani Ishak, Ransford Mensah, Mohamed Hussein, Isaac Frimpong, and also Salim Adams, the man who once upon a time played for FC Cincinnati. The head coach is Abubakar Watara. Maxwell Owusu, as I mentioned earlier on, will be in charge of affairs this afternoon. Robert Konye in commentary position, proudly and also well supported by Dangana Daniel.
Kerala versus Hasselhoff, a game you can never take history away from, in as much as Kerala United are not on good form this season. You know, Hasselhoff are yet to win a game away to Kerala United. The last 4 meetings in terms of away performance for Hasselhoff, they drew 2 and then they lost 2. So it is obvious that it's not much as, you know, Kerala United are not on good form, but in terms of history, it is backing them massively very well here. Also, Kerala has found a way to score in the last meetings between Accra Hasselhoff, and I believe that in terms of scoring, they are not going to find mistakes in terms of finding the back of the net against Hasselhoff, because the last 2 games they've been able to find the back of the net against, Accra Hasselhoff. And also, one thing that is so obvious that Hasselhoff, on the 17th day of November, Hasselhoff never lost a game since 1985, and it's obvious that, you know, it's going to play a massive role here as the day is 17th November over here today. And I believe some of these historic antecedents are going to play a very massive part in this game, going forward, as we expect from these 2 teams. And I believe that Coach Jimmy Kobler not in good form this season. Looking at, you know, they are just not good enough in terms of hoop performance in a way. The last home game they played, they lost, and then it's not in good record against them. So I believe that it's going to be a game of, you know, interesting numbers. But the best team, I believe, is going to win this game.
Kerala United have won just 1 home game this season. They lost 1-0 to Asante Koroko at the National Sports Complex. in match day 1. Also, they drew 1-1 against Accra Lions, 1-1 against Samates. They won 1-0 over Hearts of Lions, and also they lost 1-0 to Nations FC. Just a win this season at home, and this time they play against one of the most successful teams in the history of the Ghana Premier League. Let's see, will this be their second home victory, or the poor run will continue?
And Hamza Issa in the last 2 games against Karela, he scored 3 goals. So he's one man. You know, Karela United must find a way to handle him offensively, and he's on a scoring form, you know, this season for Accra House of Folk. Let's see what he can do on the field.
Hearts of Folk in their traditional rainbow colors. This is a ball which was directed towards Salim Adams, but he failed to get a touch. Hussein Mohammed. Hearts of Folk taking the game to Karela United, trying as much as they can to attack them from minute 1. And Hamza Issa, the man who loves scoring against Karela, is in attack this afternoon for the Phobia boys.
Of course, last season, in all the 2 games they've played, Hamza Issa has been able to find the back of the net. He scored twice at home at the Accra Sports Stadium, and you know, when they visited Karela, he was also on the score sheet. So I believe he's going to play a massive role over here.
Mohamed Abubakar throws. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. He's been one of the best goalkeepers this season in the Ghana Premier League. What a game he has had. 2 assists against Mediama in Takwa. Interesting. You hardly see goalkeepers do that. Andre Lunin did same before the international break for Real Madrid when he assisted Vinicius Jr. Let's see if Benjamin Asari can repeat something like that here this afternoon.
He played 3 consecutive seasons for Accra Great Olympics, and last season he played 34 games consistently for Olympics, and I believe that level of consistency is running here for Accra House of Folk this season.
Hamza Issa, the man who likes scoring, he does again. What a story. Hamza Issa, when House of Folk strikes in Tamale, you don't ask who scored, you just know it's Hamza Issa. Very, very good ball through. He ran well, and the man he's playing ahead of, Afriye Boateng, working towards and applauding him. The fans excited. Bedlam, pandemonium here at the Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium. Early days, and Hamza Issa has already blasted House of Folk in front.
What a way to put your team in front. The defense of Karela United were in disbelief. They were disorganized, and looking at the positional awareness of the defenders of Karela, that was very, very poor and very, very bad. And make no mistake, Hamza Issa, last season he scored 3 goals in 2 games against Karela United, and this afternoon the man on the score sheet again is Hamza Issa. Just watch how the defenders of Karela messed up for this first goal.
We spoke about Hamza Issa few minutes ago. Can Karela United get a equalizer? Of course. This is what top strikers do. This is what they do.
Just leave him space, and he's going to punish you. Look at the run. Hamza Issa, so deadly.
Benjamin Asari with that kick. Ball cleared by Abdulrahman Yaya. It was a good run for Audu Mohammed, but the defense of Hasselhoff putting in much effort. Ball sent to the far right. Mohammed Hadi was unable to get a connection. The ball was a bit higher for him. Owusu Maxwell, who has also had some very good games under his belt as a referee in the Ghana Premier League. Salim Adam Heads. Collison. The pass was too much. And Nasiru Abdul Karim. Good ball, Eric Riafe Dakwa. Dakwa takes a cross. That ball was meant for Hadi, but Emmanuel Amankwa was able to put it off. Mohamed Abubakar. He takes the throw quickly. Flag up. Foul for the home team.
In week 10, he recorded 0 away win. But this time, the away team is in the league. Accra Hasselhoff, Kain Ketisi Hamza Issa. Recorded only 1 away goal in week 10.
That was a goal Accra Lions scored against Baseke.
Of course.
But this week, it's been a bit even for the away teams. We are fit. Ball lost. Hussein Hasselhoff on a break. Amankwa Osayasibe. Hamza Issa gets the touchdown. And the flag goes up against Hamza Issa.
You can't see any fear factor in attack for Karela United this afternoon. And the pattern of play, they prefer to go on the wide areas. But individually, the quality is low. They struggle to take Hasselhoff players one-on-one. But the high line is causing them a lot of problems this afternoon. They did that and they considered the first goal. But they are still relying massively on the side defensive line.
Collison. Amankwa to the right. Isaac. Good control from Amankwa. He turns brilliantly. Again, flag up. Gpl Nuruddin for Karela United. Goes back. This was a good ball for Hadi, but the control wasn't the best of a kind.
You know, when you have to opt for crosses, you must check the attackers within the box, whether they are having that aerial dominance. You can float thousands of balls in the box, but when your striker cannot dominate the air, it's going to be wasteful. And just like I told you before, in 2020-21 season, as of week 10, Karela were on top of the table with 18 points. This season, as of week 10, 15th with only 9 points. Not the best of form for Karela United.
And a defeat here could send them deep down to the relegation zone. They are already just a step on the relegation zone, and subject to results from other teams could sink them deep down.
And before this game, Karela have conceded more goals at home than they've scored. They conceded 4, they scored only 3. So it's obvious that they don't have the best of defense. No wonder they conceded the first goal within the early minutes of the game.
Foul given. And you can see Hartlepool defending in numbers, and also when they need to attack, they try to open up.
Getting the defensive compatibility is something that is massive, and every defensive structure needs that to operate with. A lot of numbers in defense.
It was a cross, but Osea Sibe has given away a corner, and that was a good header and a clearance from the young man.
Osea Sibe has been consistent in terms of performance, in terms of form for Hasselhoff from last season coming in, and he's been a stand-up man at the back for Hasselhoff.